Okay guys, yeah, well here we are. So I'll try and get that light from shining around my big egg head. That's it. Okay, so everything's looking okay so far. I'm going to take all the tape off. We'll see how we get on. All exciting stuff. It's all looking good, I think. Not bad anyway. So let's give it a good clean, a good sand. Get all the bump off it, and then we'll see where we are. Okay, I've just removed all the tape. Now, I'm disappointed in some bits. There's no two ways about it, because it's bits that if I had been more careful, if I had taken more care, yeah, it wouldn't be a problem. But because the glue's setting and you've got your nose right against the fumes and your eyes are watering, you're trying to hurry. And I suppose everybody that does this is in the same boat. So I'll show you the bits that are bothering me. But again, we can sort them. There was a tiny, I'll show you. There was a tiny, you won't be able to see it yet, but no, how do I change this bloody thing round? Okay, look, we'll do that now. There was a tiny gap, but it really was like a hair, and I thought I'd put in a tiny bit of, just a wee sliver of it, and let it melt in like I've seen in different videos. But it worked at the top and bottom, but it was so fine it didn't work in the middle. So I had to cut out a bit more, and then you start making a bit of a mess. So I was trying to create more space to let a full length slither go in. And that's what I've done. Now, whether or not that makes a better job or a worse job, who knows? Right, I'm going to see if I can turn this round, because I really want to show you. Okay, here we go guys. Right, let's see if I can find them now. Right, the first, right here, this one is really upsetting. Can you see it? Hold on, sorry guys. There we go. Can you see the gap? I mean, that's pretty horrific, but yeah. And it just wasn't pulled in. It just wasn't pulled in enough. That's all it was. It just needed, it was taped, it just obviously felt like it was. And I pulled it up hard, but for some reason, maybe there was a bit of debris, but whatever the reason, it just didn't go. Now there's been bits of shell come out, which is, I'm not even bothered at this stage, because I'm going to sand it, and then before I figured just about when I'm just about finished sanding, I'll repair them all, glue them all in, give them the finish, the final sanding, and that should be the shell repaired, or that's my plan. Now I'll show you, there's another bit, where is it? Let's find it, because it was here, it's, I think, right, let me see. And again, always remember and clear your surfaces, because, now, let's see, can you see this guys? That is, apart from the missing bits, don't worry about that. Where are you? Can you see how it's all, yeah, it's twisted slightly and it's risen up, so I'm going to have to cut that shell out from about here to about here, replace, which it's not great, that's a prob, but I'm saying this is all like But that's okay, I'll just replace it. And I've never cut shell out and replaced things like this, but it's all learning. You know, I did dive in and decide to, instead of just putting on a binding, I'm putting on, what's it called, the smaller plastic, is it Pervolute? No, whatever it's called, the thin binding, black and white binding, and shell, and outer binding. There's nothing like jumping in head first, is there? But I sort of felt, because I had some skills with working with my hands before, and I have worked with different things like bowing, and I've tried, and I've worked with shell, and I know how brittle it is, but I'm not an authority on it, and I've not inlaid, or I've not done anything like that. I've just used a bit of shell as a handle, basically. A handle for something, so that was my extent of using shell. So I really didn't know I need to repair as much as you will have to repair, you know, with bits falling out, and you know, when you sand it, there'll be another bit comes loose and things like that. But anyway, it's all exciting, and it is, for all the mistakes, as you can see. It's quite, I've still got loads to clean and sand, but I'm starting to picture how this is going to look. And there is a lot of bling on it, but I think it's still going to look great. How's that for optimism? Okay guys, done a bit of scraping on the guitar. It's coming, but I'm going to have to go back and fix wee bits and bobs, as I knew I would have to. And think, as you all know, I would have to as well. You did, didn't you? To answer that. But it's coming. Definitely, it's starting to take shape. I'll change this round, give you another wee look. Still have to get more glue scraped off, and you know, I don't know whether to keep scraping or just to start sanding, because of the shell. I think maybe I could maybe still need to sand and scrape, but you get the idea. Love the look of that abalone. It's lovely. It's really nice colours. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's hard doing this with one hand, mask on. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. What can you see there? Not a lot. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is scrape it all down. You see, with this, and you're just doing, which is not easy. It's okay doing the plastic, but and guys, you really need to watch the glue. The glue is your enemy. Clean it well. Okay, now look guys, this is just sanding to what, I think it's like 120, I'm not even taking it up, but look how pretty things are coming up. I've just come in after a little while, you know, and then sometimes you see with fresh eyes, there's still like bits of glue to come off here and there that's not come right off. I'll tell you what I've done in a second, but you can see the back's coming lovely as well, you know, it's got a bit of sunshine coming in. Oh, can you see it? So anyway, so it's still got to get taken up, And the sides have still got to be taken down. As you can see, the glue's still on, and now this is my plan today. Now I'll tell you what I've done. Now, if you've been looking at any builds or luthiers, you know, there's a thing called a bandage that they do. I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's what we call it, is a joiner. It's something you put in. See the cross beam, you know, right in there. See just there, where my finger is. See in here, where the cross is, where the meat. You put a bit of cotton, or well, check what it is they put. I put like canvas, a thin bit of canvas I had in the corner, and I just soaked it in glue and moulded it over the cross. Now it's not 100%, there's bits of it sticking up, but the bits on the wood's solid, so I'm hoping that nothing's going to buzz, and nothing's going to, and if it does, then I'll just have to cut it, take a knife in and try and cut it somehow. I can feel wee bits just a bit there floppy about, which I don't like. But anyway, I'll worry about that when we come to it. I'm not going to start trying to do anything about that at the moment. So all in all, yeah. If it keeps coming on, I'm a bit concerned. The next bit that scares me is, well, actually, it all does, because I'm worried about the neck. I'm worried about, and when I think about it stage by stage, I'm like, no, it's okay, it's fine. But just making sure the neck's aligned properly, so that it sort of shoots just over the bridge. You know, the fretboard just shoots just over the bridge, and then that should be roughly in the right position for, you know, with the strings and things like that, and sorting the saddle and the bridge and things, and the nut. So, all very exciting. Excuse me, I'm a bit peely-wally today. Or get COVID in the house. What a nightmare this is, isn't it? My daughter and wife's got COVID, so I'm testing negative, but guys, I've got the vid, I'm sure. Either that, or it's just a coincidence that I've got so many different things happening at the moment. But I'm going to try and get a few hours before my body collapses, and I'll see you soon, I hope.